Hey guys, I'm Hungry4444, and this is the Sunday afternoon podcast. To my right is Ultra. Ultra, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, it's Ultra. Get ready for some fun today.
Sweet. To my left is Thunder Thighs. Thunder Thighs, introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I hope you're having a lovely Sunday.
Sweet. Umne, explain to us what's going to happen this week.
Alright, so after we summarize the chapter, we're going to dive right into our opinions and ratings. Then we're going to share our predictions for the next chapter. Afterwards, my fellow podcastees will rank the other weekly mangas, which will be followed by shenanigans. And then we'll answer your lovely questions.
Sounds like a blast. It really doesn't.
Totally.
Alright, let me summarize this motherfucking chapter. Okay, it starts off with all members of the 9 Demon Gates basically in a meeting with no snacks. That's fucking ridiculous. They really cheaped out on the snacks. Basically, it's basically an introductory at the beginning for all 9 Demon Gates for their names. Some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are, they're talking about their master, Lord Zedef. They're bickering amongst each other. Then it switches over to the restaurant 8 Island, which is that guy from the Magic Council's restaurant. What's his? I keep thinking his name is
Yajima?
No, not him. Now on Big Slow, whenever I see Big Slow, I think, oh, Relly or Rawlelly, but it's Big Slow. Okay, Big Slow, Big Slow, Freed, and that chick are Evergreen are working at the restaurant. And they're bickering amongst each other about Evergreen's outfit and her sex appeal and all that garbage. And then out of nowhere, who we think is Tempesta comes in and completely trashes the place with a giant tornado. The Thunder God tribe and Yajima try to fight back, but they are completely outclassed. The guy who we think is Tempesta beats the shit out of them, then is about to basically kill Yajima because he was a former council member. And in the end, he gets thunderstruck by Laxus, who gives a cheesy line at the end, getting ready to fight him. That's the chapter. Ultra, what'd you think?
Alright, well, I thought it was a fair chapter. I didn't really have any significant problem with it. I noticed a lot of people really didn't like the end scene where Laxus showed up in a completely stereotypical hero moment to save the good guy, attack the bad guy, and get ready for a battle, which we know is going to happen in the next chapter. I did like the earlier parts. Yeah, it was pretty, just a generic setup, show all the demon gates, show a little of their personalities, give us their names, clearer appearances as well. And we find out that in the 8 Island thing, now, there's been news of all the council attack, and, okay, a little bit of comedy there. It's to be expected. I mean, after the Fighting Festival arc, the Raijin tribe, they never really became, the super serious characters as they used to be. They just, they've just been
there.
Comic relief, yeah. Nothing significant. And, a little fan service, but not the kind we usually get, which is, I guess, kind of okay. It's nothing special, though. Yeah, I guess it was alright. It continued sufficiently from the last chapter. I mean, I would have liked it for it to be equally awesome to the last chapter, because the last chapter was great, but I guess it is Fairy Tail after all. But, still a fair chapter. I'm happy with it, more or less. So I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Sweet. Umne?
Overall, I guess it was an interesting chapter to complement the one we had last week. As we predicted last week, we had some introductions, which was called for. And then I thought it was very smart of Mishima to have introduce the story in this way, with the Thunder God tribe in the middle of a job, and then we get Tartaros being involved. See, that it's much more relevant than Fairy Tail just suddenly fighting the forces of evil, because I'm happy that they're going to be related in this way, and that the people that will be relaying the message is another party that's not Natsu or Lucy or somebody main. So I think it's a great way to start off the arc, and as far as Tempesta goes, or who we think is Tempesta, I couldn't stop thinking of the guy from Quattro Cerberus, who was using drill and rock magic.
Yeah, I remember him, the wild guy.
Yeah, I really like to see what his magic is. Some people are saying Devil Slayer, and I don't know, because I think Silver should be the only Devil Slayer there.
Who knows?
But overall, I thought it was a decent chapter, and I'm excited to see what will happen next week, and I want to see what Tartaros has to offer against somebody who is of Wizard Saint level. So overall, I'm going to give the chapter a 7.8.
7.8? Alright. I thought this was a real, well, compared to the last week's chapter, it wasn't, amazing, but at the same time, compared to the series that Fairy Tail is, this was actually a really good chapter. Especially compared to the last arc, which had none of the chapters in the last arc were like this chapter, besides Walrot actually being introduced. Other than that, there was nothing on the scale of this. So, comparatively, this was a good chapter. And I thought, I guess some of the 9 demon gates look cool. That I've changed my mind from that guy with the 4 arms, because at the beginning I thought he looked badass, but then when they last showed the 9 demon gates, it turns out he's like this octopus thing. He has tentacles and shit. That's lame. That's a turnoff for me. It's okay, he looks cool in the upper body, and then the lower body's just ugh. So I guess the guy that I want to see is that guy of the darkness. So what's his name? Let me check. His name is
Kisu?
Torafusa of the Darkness. Torafusa of the Darkness.
Oh, the one that looks like Lizard Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he looks cool as shit. So yeah, I still want to see that guy with the 4 arms, because he looks crazy as shit. But Torafusa of the Darkness looks cooler. So
but you know what? That's their demon forms.
Yeah, that's true. So I might still go with Ezel of the Dojin, whatever his name is. Anyway, moving on. I kind of agree with Ultra with the Thunder God tribe, considering they're probably the strongest group in all of Fairy Tail, albeit not Team Natsu's group, but they're really strong, and they should be major, but they're really not, because their group totally relies on Laxus, and he gets more screen time than them. But I think they got a lot of screen time during the Tenru Island arc with Evergreen fighting with Elfman and Big Slow and Freed Rusty fighting against Rusty Rose. So I guess that was sufficient enough screen time.
Yeah, but it was over 100 chapters ago.
That's true.
Oh my god, wow. Time flies.
Now it's just now they're just being used. It's not even they're really characters that are needed for the plot anymore. Now they're just being used. They got completely outclassed. And what I've noticed that I don't like is that the Magic Council members are really weak. Yajima is a former Magic Council member, and he used to be a former Fairy Tail member, I think, and he was totally fucking smashed. Same thing with the Magic Council members. None of them, even if they fought, I bet even if they fought Jackal one-on-one, they would have lost. And Yajima right now, he didn't even notice. He didn't, in most mangas, if it's a really old, experienced dude, they would be able to feel something in the air, not like the force per se, oh, I feel a disturbance in the force, somebody's approaching. They feel this killer's intent, and they can feel it beforehand, oh, somebody's approaching. Yajima didn't even have that. He's just oh, hi, welcome to the restaurant. Oh, you're gonna destroy us. Oh my god. And he didn't even fight back. He just went into his paper mode, Paper Mario mode, and he just dodged that dude's attack. He stood no chance. And then at the end, it's just Laxus entering with this cliche, lame, lame line. That was so bad. I thought that
was worse than the time he borrowed Natsu's line.
Yeah, so bad.
Oh my god, I don't even remember his line in this one.
Laxus entering...
My path to defeat you is clear as day.
Oh.
Because he got lost on
his
errands or something. Apparently, he has a very bad sense of direction, which we've decided to just hear about now.
Yes.
So coincidental.
Yeah, definitely not Zoro. Okay, anyway. I thought Laxus entering was cool, but at the same time, his line was just bad. And you know what? As much of a Laxus fan as I am, I hope he gets his ass kicked. I hope he gets beat. Because if he beats one of the 9 Demon Gates this early, I think that's bad for this arc.
Yeah.
But I also think...
No, I don't want anyone to lose or win. I just think that Tempesta should beat the crap out of Laxus, but Laxus, fend him off at the end, and Tempesta, okay, whatever, I don't have time for this, and he leaves. But it was clear who the winner was. It wasn't announced who the winner was, Laxus doesn't actually lose, but it was clear that Laxus had no business fighting Tempesta.
I can agree with that to a point, but I also have to say that I think Laxus is a really good benchmark to test these guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if Tempesta is able to fight with Laxus one-on-one and actually overwhelm him, then we have a lot of potential for this arc, because that means the rest of the 9 Demon Gates should be on par with Tempesta. And what Umne said about him being a Devil Slayer, I think he is a Wind Devil Slayer. Because
he's a Wind God Slayer.
We already have a Wind God Slayer.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Wind God Slayer is the
Shelly.
Wendy is
something.
Wendy is the Wind Dragon Slayer, so I think unless he uses Storm Magic, which is already in the filler, I think Wind Devil Slayer would be fine.
This didn't really look like Storm though, right? This was just tornadoes.
It looked like drill and rock.
Or it could be just tornado magic, but at the same time, that's too it's not specific, but it's too broad. It's alright, you can create tornado.
What did
it kind of looked like Juvia's magic, didn't it? Because he turned his body into a tornado.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Devil Slayer. He could just be wind magic. Like Gray has ice magic, Juvia has water magic. It doesn't necessarily have to be a dragon or a devil or a god element. So it could just.
Would it be safe? Would it be safe to say Tempesta is based off the word Tempest? So Tempest means...
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Tempest means wind. I think that's pretty true.
A violent storm.
I think that's given. So it could be just wind magic. That makes sense to me. Okay,
I was really hoping for...
What do you want to say?
Yeah,
I was saying...
Oh, God, go ahead. No,
go on.
No, you finish your rating and then I'll say it.
I'll rate this chapter a 7... No, I'll give it an 8. Yeah, I'm giving it an 8. Okay.
Who else wanted Tempesta to be a girl?
I thought it was a girl when I heard.
I think every guy wanted it to be a girl.
I really wanted it to be a girl, but now there's an imbalance. 2 chicks and 5 dudes.
Sausage fest.
Yeah. I know. Okay.
It's a sausage fest on this podcast, too. We shouldn't really be talking. Well, Umne is, human, so he doesn't really count, but
I'm
culture here, so.
I bring the femininity.
That's not the only thing you bring.
Nice. Nice. Aww, poor Umne. Okay, Ultra, what do you think is going to happen next week?
It's going to definitely be a battle chapter, no doubt there. I think it'll happen in multiple scenarios, but what I think will happen is Laxus is just going to get a few shots in, but Tempesta, he's going to counter it with his tornadoes, and so Laxus is going to be really hard pressured. I don't think he's going to activate his Dragon Force magic, but I think initially it's just gonna be pretty much stalemated, but the Yajima and the Thunder God tribe on the ground while they're watching, because they're petrified, they're paralyzed.
Yeah.
They can't move. I think they're just gonna watch and be oh, this is intense, but this person is toying with Laxus. He's not using his full strength, and there's something to that effect. So I predict that ultimately the chapter will end with that guy leaving, because he ultimately doesn't want to fight 4 Fairy Tail mages just to kill Yajima. God damn.
I agree, Mr. Train. I agree. Continue, Ultra.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think ultimately he's going to flee after not showing his true power. He's just going to come and see what. I think he's on a scouting mission, to be honest. He has to check, what are we up against?
Well, I think generally he was supposed to kill you. I think his mission was to kill.
I think his mission was to kill, but he'll turn into a scout, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not on a scouting mission, but he'll see what else is happening. ultimately they can't expect everything to go easy, right? I mean, we saw the Magic Council get destroyed easily, and that was not cool. Like, there should have been more, like, inability.
More resistance.
Exactly. So, pretty much, like, I just think they have to, like, Tartarus should be on, like, the path to finding out information. So, I think he's just going to leave later and report back to his friends. And I also want to find out his identity, because as we know, they didn't officially call him Tempesta. He said he has no name, which is weird. So, I'm guessing he has, like, maybe an alias or something.
Sweet. Umne?
Well, on that note, I was saying I'm still under the impression that this is not Tempesta. This is like one of the two or something entities, and we are going to get a battle, and probably Laxus might win, but he's going to have a lot of difficulty. With this Tempesta being all beat up, the real the other half of Tempesta will come in, and they'll have like their own personality, their quirk. They'll be like, "Oh, I shouldn't have sent you off to kill Yajima by yourself." And then they'll leave, they'll flee, but then they'll kind of leave like another ominous message to Laxus. Laxus will, be scared, and I think.
Wow, Juha Bach much?
Yeah.
What?
Bleach readers will understand that.
Well, I really am hoping that's not Tempesta, because he didn't say his name. And if he was another entity, then that'd be cool. And if there was some sort of an end to a battle, that'd also be cool. So I think the way I'm predicting it would kind of situate to what I'd like. But then again, who knows what everyone else likes. So that's my prediction.
Your predictions usually don't come true.
They do sometimes.
Anyway,
What's your prediction?
On to a prediction that matters.
Whatever.
Next week we're gonna have, as everyone said, it's gonna be a fight chapter. Laxus and who I think 100% is Tempesta are gonna fight it out. Laxus at the beginning, he's gonna be pretty cocky as usual, but I think Tempesta is gonna overwhelm him with attacks that Laxus totally underestimates, and before Tempesta actually finishes him off, Laxus gets a second wind and is able to push Tempesta back but not actually hurt him. And Tempesta's like, alright, I don't have time for this. And he just leaves. And Laxus is gonna be left really battered, but he didn't exactly lose the fight. So it's just gonna be let's leave this for later. Let's leave this fight for later. So that's what I'm thinking. Laxus isn't exactly going to lose, but he didn't even come close to winning. And what I'm thinking is, since they're going after former members since they already killed the council members, and they're going after former council members, what about Jalal? Do they know that Jalal was a former council member? Because if so, this could be
I think the majority knew. They said that everybody heard about what Jalal did to the council. He tricked them as Seagrain into firing Ethereon.
Yeah, so I think this is a perfect setup arc for Jalal dying, which I predicted for a while ago. I think Jalal is going to die this arc.
Who else was in the council?
Who?
Yultir was also in the council.
Well, she's old as hell, so...
Speaking of... Ultra just brought it up, saying that Jalal tricked them as Seagrain, being a member of the council, and how he was able to trick them with Ethereon. How incompetent is the council now? What the fuck?
Well, to be fair, what?
He tricked them with he was able to get an after image to become a...
Not an after image, it's a thought projection, and
a thought projection. He was able to make a thought projection, a council member, and he was able to trick them into firing Ethereon, and now they got totally wiped out by Jackal without even noticing. How lame are these Magic Council members? Usually these guys are supposed to be leaders of the magical world. They're supposed to be a little powerful, but
they're just a governing body.
Yeah, they're just really lame. What the fuck?
To be fair, Jalal had Otir's help.
That's true.
And he did play the mind games by telling them that if Zeref was resurrected, then the Magic Council would be doomed and everyone would die. So he kind of gave them no choice in that arc. that was like a really chess master type move he pulled. So I mean that's somewhat understandable.
So just
I agree with the Jackal though. That was ridiculous. They just got wiped out so easily. But the other thing was somewhat understandable.
This is like a testament to them not necessarily being that strong. So we could have like a shred of hope that Jackal's probably not so badass, but I don't know.
I don't know. He did cause like pretty big explosions. I mean,
yeah, but
he wiped out the entire.
They sent him alone. They sent him alone to the Magic Council
Which
to
just shows
even pass
that,
the night. Like, obviously, they trust him, so he has to be competent.
No, there's not, because competency is not an issue. It's whether or not it's about whether the Magic Council's strong or not.
No, they had to send him there, but they had to believe in him. If you're not competent, it doesn't matter how strong you are. You're going to lose in all likelihood.
I've said it wasn't an issue because that wasn't my question. I wasn't
talking
about.
What is your question then?
I was just saying I don't think the Magic Council is that strong to begin with, and because of that, there's a chance that maybe Jackal's not all that amazing.
Well, I believe he is, to be honest. So.
Well,
but you know what?
He's a city block level buster. He was able to destroy the entire Magic Council building, which isn't small, in one blast. I think that's pretty impressive, in my opinion.
That's sufficient.
But if you were to compare all of the Senate members being super strong and him destroying it, and them not being super strong and him destroying it, like, which one makes him seem more of a badass?
He still destroyed the entire building.
Yeah.
I'm just comparing the two situations. Sure, he destroyed the building.
Destroying the building isn't as easy either.
Oh my goodness,
I'm pretty sure it would take Natsu at least a couple of shots.
It depends on which form Natsu. With the Lightning Flame Dragon Roar, he would destroy it easily too.
But I think that was like a one-time thing. I don't think he could do it.
I mean, it's like weaker now, but I mean, ultimately, I think if he did it properly this time, he could. The first time was like super powerful. It was probably like island level at that point.
Yeah.
Seriously, in a magic world, you have all your meetings in a building that's is easily combustible. Like, what the hell?
Not even.
They should have a lot.
There's no guards. There was nobody. Where are the guards?
I know. They seriously need like some sort of protection. Like, we already spoke about this last week.
Technically, I mean, they were there, but they got past the guards because you saw the guards afterwards, right?
A bunch of frogs.
Exactly. The frogs are the ones who lead them.
Which is sad.
That's kind of.
All right, let's move on. It's time for the rankings.
Right.
All right, Ultra, go first. What were your rankings?
My number one is Beelzebub. Beelzebub was excellent this week. We got to see, it was funny. And the number one point is that it was funny as hell because of they're in America now, but they're Japanese, so they can't speak English. And Oga accidentally tells a guy that his name is Buck, which is hilarious as hell. So I really laughed my ass off at that point. And then it was kind of cool. Hilda, she can speak English, and she reveals that the Solomon Company has 6 of the 7 deadly sins. And we find out that their names, it is that thing, the Binsfield. So that's pretty interesting. It makes you wonder, how did they do it? And apparently they did it with Beale's mom. And we see her. I actually had a little theory I talked about. And I suspect that, to an extent, there's this thing that she's, in a mental hospital or something, because that's what it looked like to me. Even though she could technically be with Solomon Company, they might have put her there. And she had...
What?
Train aside. Sorry, I'm hearing the train. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm hearing it. Anyways, so, I think maybe, she has a memory loss issue she's dealing with memory loss, and so she's in, a mental hospital at the behest of the Solomon Company. And so, when they try to meet her, a nurse or a receptionist, they're going to say something weird things happen. And, it's a result of her, demonic power arising subconsciously. But because she's not, really aware, it's, limited, it's freakish, it's basically a poltergeist type thing. So, Beelzebub really excites me for this America arc. So, it's my number one. My number two would be Toriko. I like to see, I liked all the characters working together, but it was kind of weird how they were able to, each, stop Midora's meteor spice. That was... I didn't really get the whole, the way it was happening. I just thought it was kind of weird. I didn't really like it that much. Number three, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail for the reasons already mentioned. Number 4, I'm actually going to tie with One Piece. Sorry, there was no One Piece this week, so I'm going to tie it with Naruto and Bleach. Bleach just hasn't really been that great this week. I'm not really interested in Komamura's battle. I wanted to see Candace, but she didn't show up. But Shinji was cool. He was kind of there, but ultimately it was like, whatever. Naruto, I just didn't like the way it's going. It's just not fun anymore, and now Naruto's going to give a big speech to Jubito. I couldn't care less about that. I just want to see Jubito destroying more stuff, to be honest. So it's like, whatever, man. So I'm going to tie those two for 4th and last place.
Wow. Sweet. All right. Number 1, I'm giving it to Beelzebub. For all the reasons you listed. It was funny. It was informative. And at the end, we got... And I still stand by my theory that they're going to use Beel's mother to be Fuji's demon. And I'm thinking she's like super powerful. I think they're going to control her some way. And who knows, she might have memory loss and they might use that to their advantage to control her to power up Fuji. And basically make it... How much of a twist would that be? Oga and Beel have to fight his mother, basically. That would be pretty nuts.
That's sad.
So, yeah. Beel's number 1. Number 2, Toriko, mainly because, what's his name? Jiro's face was fucking awesome this week. Jiro has gotten more badass than I could ever imagine. Did you see Jiro this week? That was fucking crazy.
I did, and using getting his punch to destroy the meteor spice is pretty cool, I'll admit. I mean, it's understandable that he would do it because he should more or less be on that par, but some other people...
Yeah. I guess they can destroy maybe one. He's taken out, like, multiple at the same time.
Yeah, he's understandable, but the rest is like...
Yeah. If others are taking out more than one at the same time, that's kind of bullshit. But if they're taking out, like, one at a time, that makes sense. Apparently there's going to be a new enemy. Well, we know who the new enemy is. What's his name? Whoever's controlling Furose is the new enemy. And although, you know what? I'm going to say I don't like that Ichiryu is not dead. I think it would have been better for the arc.
I forgot to mention that, actually. Yeah. I don't agree. I think he should have just died there. I don't understand. Midoriya's suddenly having a change of heart or something. Why is that?
I understand he's his brother, but at the same time, it's like he almost killed you in the past, and he's probably your biggest threat right now. And he lets him live just because of some sentimental moments. But that aside, from a story point of view, I think it would have been better for the story that Ichiryu dies, giving the 4 Heavenly Kings, and even Mansam, some sort of
motivation,
character development, like when the 3rd Hokage died, like when Whitebeard died.
That's interesting.
If Makarov would have died at the end of the Tenru Island arc, that would have been amazing character development for everyone, especially Laxus. That would have been just great. So, Ichiryu being alive does not sit well with me, and apparently Toriko and Starjun are going to fight Furose in the future. I think that's been foreshadowed now. So, yeah. That was number 2. Number 3, Fairy Tail, for reasons listed above. Number 4, Bleach, just because I thought Komamura was pretty badass this week, and I'm not gonna say I'm getting into this whole war, but I like this. I like the current status of the war. It's not as good as the Fake Karakura Town with the Iron Cars versus the Captains. That was just badass. This war is pretty good, but it's not on that level.
Oh, to be fair, the Fake Karakura arc was kind of, messy. I mean, I didn't like that Yamamoto was just standing around, and when he has to get into the battle, he was complaining. Why are you complaining? You could have one-shotted everybody.
He could have easily taken the ball out.
He could have, and he just sat there doing nothing. What the hell,
saving his comrades. And they could have all taken on Aizen at the same time, instead of just, a couple of them being injured. Which is dumb. Anyway, Shinji...
To be fair, I'm going to say, to be fair to the Magic Council, they're not nearly as stupid as the 13 court guard SWATs.
That's
true. Got to say that right there.
Which is saying a lot.
It is.
Anyway, Shinji appearing in the chapter was cool. I get the feeling we're going to see his Bankai soon, and I don't think...
I would love to see his Bankai.
I don't think it's going to be as epic.
Oof, that sounds dirty.
Shut up, Umne.
Shut up, Umne. I think the chapter was way too abrupt. The ending. that the ending was really abrupt. It's just them saying Kurosaki from a phone call. It's like, okay, what now? But I get that these chapters have to happen. So yeah. Number 5 is Naruto, just because Naruto is fucking awful. Next, we're going on to shenanigans. What's first? Oh yeah, let's start with
Hungary's
some
racist.
jokes. Yeah, my jokes. All right.
Wow, Hungary.
What? Shut up. Number 1. How long does it take? What?
Nothing. Go.
How long does it take a black lady to shit?
How long?
9 months.
Ouch.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, next. What do you call a pool full of black kids?
On.
Cocoa Puffs.
I don't know.
Ouch.
Okay.
Okay. Last one. Why do police dogs lick their balls?
Why?
To get the taste of Negro out of their mouths.
Okay.
Wow.
What?
That
I don't
was.
get it.
That was pretty hardcore.
But do dogs eat?
Oh, God damn it, Umne.
That-
Ultra, do your fucking
Yeah, sure.
news of this
The
week.
wiki news. Unfortunately, people, there's no significant wiki news, but the votings for featured article, featured picture, and featured quote are all open. So go to those pages and cast your vote. That is the end of the wiki news. Umne will now take it away with his whorehouse.
It's my whorehouse time, yay! Alright, so, as you guys remember from last week, we introduced a new incentive to the podcast. We're going to be having a monthly raffle, and every week we're going to be having, maximum 2 entries into the monthly draw. And last week's winners are... Drumroll, you guys.
Drum fap instead of drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay. The winners are Fleet Admiral 88 and Jesse Luque.
Hooray! Woo!
Yay. So the two of you will be entering the draw, and the announcement will be on November 9. And we also have a question for you today.
What is the question?
So, the whorehouse question of today is, how would you fulfill your fantasy? Be extensive.
Be elaborate,
not
extensive.
I don't know my words, okay?
Alright, people.
Alrighty. So, you guys need to give us some very creative submissions, and at most, if you guys don't give us good enough submissions, we're not going to put you into the draw. So, I mean, at most, there's going to be 2 people. And also, I think there was a bit of a misconception. If you don't want to enter the draw, you could just say so. But I still want to see your whorehouse answer. Like, come on, you guys.
Yeah.
So,
it's up to you guys, really. If you don't want to give Umne your personal information, we totally understand.
I
if you say it like
completely
that,
understand.
Well, damn, this monthly raffle's not going to last. You guys don't gotta put it like that. Jeez.
Oh, well.
It's your fault for trying to buy your relevance in the podcast.
Hey. Wow. That's really
But
Oh.
really accurate.
Yeah, the accuracy of that statement is just appalling.
No, I'm not speaking for the rest of the podcast. Speak
Yes,
for the
you
hand.
are.
Yeah, you are.
Give
You
a
have
hand.
to. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
fired.
Hungry.
You're fired.
What?
Oh, you're fired?
We can fire you
No,
whenever.
fire.
We can get rid of you. You know that, right? You're not. You're expendable.
See,
Yeah, you're the
getting
star of the next
very-
Expendables movie.
Whatever, at least I got a movie.
Yeah, but it's gonna
Umne.
fail, so nobody's
You
gonna remember.
just like the story of Umne's life.
Whatever, you're both ugly.
No, we're
Aw.
not.
Next.
Anyways, yeah,
Alright.
let's hope. I guess we're going to the questions now.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
Well,
move on
Hungry,
to
we
some-
got a lot of questions.
We got good enough questions. That's all
Awesome.
I'll say. Okay, first is from Fleet. From Fleet. Number 1. What are your 3 favorite Wikia user shippings? Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice.
Number 1 for me. God damn it. Oh.
I don't know that many that are worth shipping.
Oh, I think I have them on my user.
Profile?
Why do you have
Yeah.
them saved?
I don't have
They're
them
on
saved.
profile,
I have them.
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
well,
badges, you
they're
dumbass. Oh,
But they're so outdated.
Remheart is up there. Merit, I guess. Jade. Oh, Truckee is up there. Truckee's a good one. Gudo makes sense. Tristan and Nucky. Gudo makes sense. Jade and Jade and Aurora of Death is a good one. Remheart is amazing. I think I'm gonna go with Remheart number 1, Jade and AOD, and Truckee.
That's cool.
But Kaka in his hand is also a good one.
I was gonna make that my number 1, but now you got it.
No. I'm not saying. It's up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of mine. Another one will be Moilet.
Oh my god! I forgot about that one. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Meji in the toilet.
And
another
one.
A good show. Meji in the toilet. Coming to CBS.
Dang. And another one will be Truckee Chin, which is the 4-way.
Wow.
Tristan, Knuck, Quilgay, and Finn.
That sounds like a good time.
That's intense.
You ask those guys if they've had a good time, but I'm sure they'll deny it.
Nice.
Alrighty, so I like Merit, of course, because, Carrot and Mega are so cute together. I like Remheart, of course, because, they're so cute. And the third one, I'm having trouble choosing one, but I guess I'll have to go with, one of the more novelty ones. So I like Kaka in his hand, because that's funny.
That's also a good show. Coming to NBC. Kaka in his hand. Okay. Enough.
That one's cool.
Okay, next question. In X and Y, who is your favorite gym leader and Elite Four member?
Don't play that game.
Elite Four, I'm gonna go with Wickstrom, the Knight, the Steel type guy. He's pretty good. For who? Ugh. The X and Y gym leaders are not that good, I'll admit. Oh, the Ice one, Wolfreak. I thought he was cool. Other people say that he looks like a homeless man. I think he looks cool. So I'm gonna go with Wolfreak. The Ice gym leader.
He's a really big guy. Oh, okay. Yeah. I liked the Elite Four, the Dragon one. She's so nice.
She was up there.
And she waves at you when you leave. Did she wave at you?
Yeah, she waved at me.
Okay, she was.
I wish I could have flipped her off, fuck you, bitch.
Wow. And gym leader, I like the roller skating girl because she has some more relevance besides being a gym leader.
That's weird. I would have thought you would have picked the fairy gym leader.
No, I don't like her that much. She's creepy. Her eyes, holy shit.
Okay.
But my second favorite is the psychic one because when you step into her gym, oh my god.
Yeah, acid.
Yeah.
Acid. Yeah, okay, we got. Next question is, what would gain a funnier reaction? Killing Gray in front of Umne, killing Aizen in front of God, killing Kagura in front of Mega, or killing Mira in front of Rai? Killing Kagura in front of Mega would easily be the best.
I don't know, man, because killing Mira Jane in front of Rai. Rai is the bureaucrat, and he could do a lot of damage with those powers.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
I would love to see Mega's reaction to Kagura.
Mega would probably just spam all the blogs, but Rai's the one who's going to go crazy. He's going to
delete all the blogs.
And he'll probably delete everything, to be honest.
Probably delete this podcast, too.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna go with Kagura in front of Mega.
I'm gonna go with, Rally,
killing Big Slow in front of Rally. That would be great, too.
That would be... Yeah.
That would be
no, I can't. I was about to say Rally in front of Rai.
Really?
That would be just as bad. They love each other so much. Aww.
I agree with all
Yeah, but Mary Jane in front of Rai.
Let's all agree that killing Rally in front of Rai would just be amazing.
That'd be but you know what? I mean, wait, do they have much of a relationship? I wasn't
course
around.
They've known each other for a very long time.
They're like the Bonnie and Clyde of the wiki.
They're like the
Jesse.
They're like the Jesse and James. The Jesse and James of the Wikia. And I don't know who Meowth is, but
probably Choco.
Choco's Meowth. Yeah.
Oh.
Which one's the girl in the relationship?
Red hair for Relly, so I'm guessing, yeah. Relly is Jesse, Rai is James. Plus,
That
Jesse's
works
kind of
for
a
me.
bitch, so I guess Raleigh would be. Yeah.
That can go either way.
Yeah.
Not Jessie Lou. I kind of thought of Jessie Lou for a moment.
No,
Which-
not
Shut up,
Jessie.
Renee.
How about
God
Jessie
damn it,
from
you
Pokemon?
stupid
God
fat
damn.
Some
bitch.
people don't know.
Can we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Anything to stop Umne from talking. Okay, number 4. Hungry and Ultra. Would you rather fight Magellan with nothing but your bare hands, live in Canada forever, or listen to Umne's list of sexcapades?
You're asking a Canadian if he would want to live in Canada. Obviously, my answer would be yes.
I would rather fight Magellan with my bare hands.
I would rather live in Canada.
Well, he's not asking.
Then hear
He
myself.
said hungry and
Yeah,
Ultra.
dude.
What?
Yeah, he said hungry and ultra. Weren't you listening?
Yeah. I kind of zoned that when.
And the screenshot of the week for Ultra is
Show me.
explain this. Explain this screenshot, Ultra.
All right.
Oh
Shut
wow!
up.
I did not see that coming.
Let me just see this. What up? What is this one?
Left.
I didn't see.
Oh my! Yeah. I so called this in Skype. I called this so hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically Ultra.
Yeah,
saying
I was
so
complaining
hard.
that donuts in India were really hard, right? So I said, you can't even suck the cream out because they're so hard. And Hungary puts like dot.
Donuts.
So, yeah.
Donuts. Mm-hmm.
Whatever, Hungry. We all know you're only interested in the holes, anyways.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it was donuts, people. I'm not interested in dick. I think we all know.
I love how you went right out and said it.
I think it's
Hungry.
been pretty obvious, honestly.
Stop trying to cool.
Yeah. So yeah, donuts, man.
All right, let's move on.
Whatever.
Next is from God. Number 1, Hungry. Would you rather be raped by Orochimaru's tongue or Midori's tongue? Definitely Orochimaru's tongue because it's more realistic. Midori's tongue can cut a continent in half. That would just destroy my whole body. That's not even funny. Orochimaru's tongue is slimy. I think it could give a good amount of pleasure, considering it will not kill me. Okay, Okay, number 2. Umne, you are tied to a bed with a blindfold over your eyes. Who do you hope walks in, Hungry or Ultra?
Ultra, because he's nicer than Hungry.
I don't really think it matters. One way or the other, you're going to get suffocated with a pillow.
You guys should. Okay, why don't you guys consider untying me, huh?
But then we can't laugh at you. And if we untie you, then it's easier for you to escape. And then we can't.
You're gonna
you.
suffocate me and then laugh.
You
guys are both.
We're not going to suffocate you and laugh. We're going to laugh while we're suffocating you.
Exactly.
You guys are cold-hearted. Wow.
I would pretend walked out.
Hungry, what would you do?
First I would pretend I walked out, and you would be like, "Wait, where'd you go? and then I would actually walk out, get some water, and just splash it on him. Then just pouring condiments on him, ketchup, mustard, cheese, all this, and then just
Are we gonna play that game?
punching him in the nuts over and over.
Okay, then I guess I'm
That's
happy
pretty
with
creative,
my decision.
actually.
No, I'd rather get strangled. You can't change your mind, Ultra.
I'm not changing my mind. I'm just saying that's pretty creative. With all the ketchup,
you have to
whatever.
suffocate me.
Whatever.
Gross. Let's move on.
Okay,
Next question. Ultra, if you had to have sex with any man on the Wikia, who would it be?
Hungry, probably.
No, not Hungry. Hungry would destroy my entire body. He's huge.
Ooh.
Whoa!
What?
What?
Did you just call Hungry huge?
He's 6'3", isn't he?
Oh, okay, right over your head.
Okay.
I don't know. If I had to...
I don't mean his height. I meant the joke.
Pick one man on the Wikia.
Probably Osiris.
What?
Ooh.
King?
Osiris.
Nice.
What? You don't know him?
No,
I know.
he knows.
Exactly. So that's my answer.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next is Fairy of Light. Hungry. Who is the coolest jack-o'-lantern... Oh, what is the coolest jack-o'-lantern you have ever seen? I don't really care about jack-o'-lanterns. I never celebrated Halloween, so I don't really care about those, so yeah. Okay, next. Okay, Ultra. You are gravely injured. Who would you prefer to perform surgery on you, Hungry or Umne? Or would you go with option C and have the train run you over to put you out of your...
Shit.
I
have to go with Hungry because he has the medical training for that kind of stuff. I don't know if he has surgery, but he at least worked with an ambulance, so I have to go with him.
I can keep you alive long enough so you won't suffer.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you keep me long enough, even though I'm eventually going to die, I can do what I said and completely annihilate the life of that girl who pissed me off in high school.
Ha!
Well, I mean, I know how to use a stapler. I mean, that sounds
Oh.
promising.
So skilled.
A 2-year-old knows how to use a stapler. You think, oh,
Nuh-uh, those things are dangerous.
No, they're not that dangerous. They're only dangerous if you're stupid.
Umne.
Yeah,
Umne needs a life.
Well, damn. Next question, please.
Hey, Umne.
that's my answer.
If you got to choose
What?
people to replace Hungry and Ultra, who would you choose? I'm guessing on the podcast. Yeah, Umne.
Oh, a single member?
No, 2, 1 each.
Replace Hungry
2.
and Ultra, who would you choose?
Okay, I would have... Who else mics with us, like, on a general basis? I would be comfortable
Ben,
with...
Wrath, F.A.,
God, I guess
God.
Toshi.
Toshi sometimes.
I like... Only 2? There's so many good ones. Okay, I guess Kuro and Wrath. Because they know how to treat me good.
That's a very upbeat podcast, to be honest.
I know we'll be like, we love this chapter!
It's too upbeat. Anyway,
But
next.
unless they want to live
No
after
one cares.
you guys.
No one cares.
So we get
No,
on
It was a part of the question.
No one cares. Next question. Everyone, if you were toe people, the faces the people draw on their toes, which toe would you want to be on? Wow.
What the
If I was a toe,
I would be the...
I didn't even know
I don't
people
wanna-
draw on their toes, to be honest.
I'm guessing it's an American.
I'd be the middle one.
I guess.
I'd be the middle one.
I guess I would be the big toe, because the big toe, you need the big toe to walk, and I'm necessary.
But you might get, like, hit in the corner, and you don't like that.
So what?
Like, especially the pinky.
Baby,
ugh.
I'm ready to take the pain.
The pinky toe is useless. That's why it should be Umne's toe.
Didn't I say I'm not speaking anymore? I forgot.
Yeah, you totally forgot, but it's not like we expected you to remember things you said.
Great.
I'm the middle toe, 'cause I like being in the middle.
Yeah, and we all know what the middle represents.
Well, I'm gonna flip the middle finger at you. So
That's fine. This is the podcast.
That's as
I can't
mean
even
as I.
see.
Yeah, no one cares.
That's as mean as I.
Honestly.
You guys are like-
Nate, go
oh
get
my
run
God,
over
shut
by
up already.
Alright, okay, next.
I'm gonna go with the big toe too. I just think that one has to be.
I hope you guys get stubbed hard.
Okay,
I
no
hope
one
you
cares.
get a splinter.
No one cares. Next is from Canuck. Hey, I got some interesting true and false questions for you guys. Oh, I like true and false. Number 1, true and false. Peacocks have been known to eat large poisonous snakes. Peacocks? Ooh, I guess true. Okay,
I couldn't really care less.
number 2. There is an average of 5
Is it true?
reports of
Oh.
dolphins raping humans a year. Yes, that is true. Dolphins rape.
Was the first one true? Oh.
I have no idea, but he just.
How is he basing these?
Oh no! Wait! The last, the at the end, he gives you the answers. Okay, this one was there's an average of 5 reports of dolphins raping humans a year. That is true, actually.
There's
So,
probably reports, but let's just say that they're unsubstantiated reports.
dolphins
I
fucking
heard
rape.
that before.
They're crazy.
I wouldn't
Right.
know.
Number 3, there is a plant whose common English name is hooker's lips. True, I guess.
That sounds realistic. To be
Yeah,
honest.
plant-
I'm gonna
have-
say false.
Plants have weird names nowadays. Okay,
I'm gonna say false.
The first known contraceptive was cat shit used by ancient Egyptians.
False. That's gross.
I
You know what?
guess.
Ancient Egyptians.
To be honest,
know.
that doesn't sound like a contraceptive. That just sounds like keep away from me.
yeah.
Prevention method.
I guess I'm gonna go with false.
Yeah,
Yeah.
false.
All right, and the
So
last
true, false.
no, and the last one in Russia, you can rent by fake ambulances to get through traffic more easily. That is true. That is 100%. That is 150,000% true. Russians are fucking dumbasses.
I'm going with the resident Russians answer.
Yes.
True.
Okay.
Okay,
and
so what are the...
Number 1 is true. Peacocks eating poisonous snakes. Number 3 is true. Plant whose name is hooker's lips.
What?
Number 5 is true. Number 2 and 4 are false. There is an average of 14 dolphins raping humans a year, and the first and the first known contraceptive was crocodile shit, not cat shit. All right. Well, they were next to the Nile. So crocodiles makes sense.
You sure got me.
Shut up, name. Okay. Next is from Nosebleeds. If you were kidnapped, what would be the first thing you would do and why?
Blow my rape whistle. If
You have
Hungary
a
hasn't
rape
broken
whistle?
up.
You would have a rape.
What? Yeah.
Well, it depends on who I'm being kidnapped by, how many people there are, where did I get to see their faces?
Really depends. Like, are you being kidnapped in like a van? Did they tie your head up so you
if
can
I'm
see where
tied
you're
up,
going?
then
Yeah.
I don't see how I can really do
Really
it.
nothing. What? Yeah, I mean, like, they'll just take
Nothing.
you, they'll just take you someplace, tie you up. You've got no hope, honestly.
Yeah.
Your only hope is like
No
as you
hope.
discover- Your only hope is that
I
you
wish.
get like discovered by accident.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
No, I know what you did there, Ultra.
What did I do? I genuinely was not thinking of you.
Whatever.
I swear I was not thinking of Umi.
Whatever, I get
I
it.
swear to Christ.
Nobody thinks of Umne.
Hurt
So,
me,
yeah,
Harold, you really...
Okay, it really depends on the situation with the kidnapping thing and who kidnaps you. And for the quote, this time it's a video game quote. Mr. Raspberry Jam gave pleasure to a lonely man, Trevor Phillips. I just gave his name as a hint. Trevor Phillips.
Sounds like something from Adventure Time.
He said video game though.
I know, but it sounds like...
Mr. Raspberry Jam gave pleasure to a lonely man.
What type of games are you playing those
Yeah,
grades?
honestly.
What the hell? I don't know this. I'm gonna say I don't know this.
Did he give you the answer?
No.
Shit. Do we have to look this
is
up?
this from... I'm pretty sure this is from GTA 5.
What?
I wouldn't be... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this is from probably... Yeah, yep. Grand Theft Auto 5. Google and...
Okay,
Google
then.
amazing thing.
Alright.
Next is from Meji. Hey everybody, it's Meji. Thank you for your birthday wishes last week. Okay, no one cares. Number 1. What are you guys doing for Halloween? If you guys are trick-or-treating, what are you going to be dressed as? I do not celebrate Halloween.
I'm 21 years old. I don't trick or treat.
Yeah.
I'm going to a Halloween party.
As an usher.
No, I don't know what I'm gonna wear as a costume though.
You're catering at a Halloween party.
No, I'm gonna go and get
That's the only way
to
you
eat
would
all
ever
the food
eat.
at the Halloween party.
You're only there for the snacks.
Whatever, at least I have a party to go to. Hungry? How many
That's
parties
the only
do
way
go
you would
to
get
a year?
into a party. Catering.
At least I go to parties. You've never even been invited
You
to
probably
a party.
break into most of the parties.
Nonetheless,
You're a
I'm
crap.
socially active. You two just...
Oh, Umne, trying to find ways to get us. Oh, well.
So sad. What a
You're
sad life.
you're cute. All right, next.
It's true though, isn't it?
Next question. Number 2. Ultra, your grammar sucks. Ultra, do you think that Mega needs dating advice and why? Do you think you need dating advice? Mega? I don't know.
He's asking...
But it's like this.
Someone else needs dating-
Mega's easily like probably the most persistent guy on the wiki.
Yeah, I think what he does is not really advice. It's just that he is known
He just tries really, really hard.
to wear women down until they give in. I think.
And if he gives in first, then he just like gives up and moves on.
I don't think he ever gives up. I think he just.
He gave up once. He really gave up once, and
What?
he got really upset over it.
That's hilarious.
If you read the magazine, you would know.
Oh well.
But it was detailed there. Anyways, yeah, he doesn't need advice. He just needs to he just needs motivation. He doesn't need advice. He needs motivation. I'm all right, and if I need advice, I'm not gonna go to you people. I'm gonna go to Hungary. Okay?
Oh.
How's that working out?
It worked fine, man. I told you. Hungary gave me advice back in January. And yeah, that didn't quite work out with the girl in the end, but it wasn't like that because of the advice. That was because that girl was boring. Yeah, so that's the end.
Hooray! Alright, next is from Finn. Bonjour. Oh, you're a fag. Okay, number 1. Have you accepted bacon in your lives? I don't eat bacon anymore. It's too greasy.
Yeah,
Not even Canadian bacon, which is technically not bacon, it's just bread.
I love bacon. I eat bacon whenever I get the chance. So
I haven't eaten bacon in months, maybe even a year, I think.
Years.
Yeah. Alright, next. 2. If you were to make a clone of yourself, what would you do? Only one. Oh. I don't see any benefits. I don't see any benefits to making a clone of myself. I would find it very annoying.
I'm literally lazy enough to do everything I currently do, so what's the point of making a clone of myself?
Yeah, it would be just
I got
equally lazy.
I don't have a busy life, honestly. I haven't had one since I graduated and did my Forex crap, which I'm not supposed to talk about.
My life is very boring. I do the same thing every day. So what would be the benefit of having a clone?
Harvest its organs just in case you get in trouble. Duh.
Okay, see, exactly. This is why you're not invited to our shticks.
See, my idea was smart, and you pretty much admitted you have nothing to do. That's why you're not going to parties.
I choose
we're
not
breaking
to.
into parties, man.
Yeah, we don't break into parties when we're not invited.
Even if
How
you
many
were
parties
invited.
you kicked out of, Ubne?
Oh, well.
None, because I am the party.
No.
Whatever, you guys don't know what to do
there?
with free organs if you got them.
Because I don't need an organ transplant.
Just wait 20, 30 years down the line.
Are you? We don't drink as much as you do.
Yeah, honestly. I don't drink
Also,
at all.
our arteries aren't clogged up like yours, Mr. Burger King.
Oh,
Or the Burger King, alright? Next.
Burger
Some
King
old...
married to Dairy Queen.
Okay. Anyway, next. Some old hooker lady comes up and starts talking shit to you. What do? I ignore her.
I walk away.
Yeah, I ignore her. She's beneath me. She's a hooker. Why do I care what she says?
Seriously.
Depends why, though.
What could be the possible reasons?
Exactly, though. If she's starting shit for no reason, then,
Exactly,
know,
so you walk away, ignoring.
You two don't talk back?
What would you say to an old person? Why would you argue with someone
it's
who's old or
case by
senile and
case.
stupid? Well, I'm assuming that it's stupid because this is a question from Finn.
Yeah.
Well, I don't just walk past people that are senile, you still have to put them in their place.
I guess talking to you gives us experience when talking to old hooker ladies.
Whatever, you two can just keep walking by, living your non-lives, not going to any parties and not harvesting any organs.
Oh, Umne.
Why would we harvest organs? We're not trapped.
I don't care. Next question. I'm not listening. Next question.
Okay, number 4. 7 deadly sins and the zodiac symbols are currently the top tier demons. What other types of classification do you think might be out there? 7 deadly sins, zodiac symbols. I don't know.
Those Chinese things. Oh,
He's talking about Beelzebub, you nutsack.
Oh. Well,
Can't think of anything.
Planet.
Honestly, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I got nothing.
Same. Next is from Michelle. If you had to cosplay as any girl in Fairy Tail apart from Erza, who would you pick? If I can cosplay as any girl, apart from Erza, I would choose Kagura just to piss Mega off.
Nice.
Or what's her name? Evergreen, just because I like those poofy things that like Doflamingo has, like those feathery things, whatever they're called. Yeah. So I would choose probably Kagura.
I'm thinking.
Wow, that's new.
What?
I'm joking.
No, it's not. It's me. Huh. I actually don't know because she knew I was going to say Urza, honestly. So that's why she said don't pick Urza. So basically I'm stuck with like not knowing any like. Wow, I'm really upset now because I have nobody to answer with.
Just dress up as Wendy.
No. Oh,
Kana.
wait, the anime's version of Edalus Lucy.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's like a full-on suit style thing.
And I'm gonna speak for him. I'm gonna pick Juvia. Okay. Next, number 2. For Ultra the Retard, what do you like least about Fairy Tail?
Probably that it's like incredibly generic. Like, it starts cool, and so like generally the arc starts cool and with a unique thing, but ultimately the end of every arc for the last while has been exactly the same. Like, Natsudo and his team just like beating the main villain after a few trials here and there, fighting foot subordinates and whatnot. Like, different paths each time, but ultimately the end is exactly the same. You have like pretty much everything that's like about Fairy Tail's plot can be done by just about anyone. The thing that really saves Fairy Tail, in my opinion, is like, good production values like the art, the character designs, the humor. But other than that, it's so incredibly generic. So I think like that would be the thing that he liked least.
Especially for shonen standards.
Well, I mean, to be honest, shonen itself isn't exactly a high standard type thing.
It's not, but even for that, it's really generic. It's like it has a lot of generic shonen moments.
Well, I mean, to be fair, no, you're right. It has a lot of generic shonen. That's probably why I like the least. Yeah, moments and general general fixes to the story, like the spiky-haired hero who's really loud-mouthed, the girl who's really like
sex appealish.
Well, sex appealish to an extent, but also like really talks down to the main character.
Yeah. And the cool dark-haired badass who's thinks like he's cool.
Who's really close to the main character. Yeah. I mean, Gray isn't exactly as asshole-ish as Sasuke is, but he is really like he has pretty much this stereotypical relationship.
Yeah.
The best part of the main team, in my opinion, is Urza because she's really awesome.
I don't really like Urza. I never liked Urza. I don't know.
I like her a lot. She's probably one of my 5 favorites. I should update my list.
Alright, next. For Hungry, in your opinion, who's the weirdest person in Fairy Tail? There are a lot of weird people in Fairy Tail. But the weirdest? Like, what do you mean? Like, personality-wise? Character design-wise? Be more specific, you brat. The weirdest person in Fairy Tail. Probably that giant, what was that guy's name from the seven kin of purgatory, that really fat guy, that really pale fat. Kane, yeah, he was fucking weird as shit. I think he was the weirdest guy in Fairy Tail. Next, for Umne, would you be sadder if Gray or Juvia died? Not for a good cause.
I'd be sad if both died for different reasons. We already saw Gray die, and I guess I know my reaction, so let's see.
Yeah, but we all knew he was going to be alive in the end.
Yeah.
But we're talking about like a legit death.
Definitive death.
Yeah, like legit death.
Either way, the reaction would be the same, so let's see Juvia die.
I guess the train agrees.
Yeah, train agrees. Next. Alright, we got it. Alright, next. What would be the most painful way to die? Oh, getting mauled by a tiger. Getting mauled by a tiger would be pretty bad. Getting eaten alive by a giant spider would be bad.
Giant spider?
Yeah. Generally, that's one of my biggest fears. Giant insects attacking me.
There's no such thing as a giant spider.
No, I'm saying, I know it's not possible. It's technically not possible, but I'm just saying in general, that would be one of my biggest fears.
I don't know, probably getting run over by a train.
I think that would be more of a one-shot thing. Boom! You're dead.
Yeah. Anything that would.
But what if it wasn't one shot? What if you got like caught under the tracks or something and you just got like dragged?
Yeah, that's true.
You die from the shock.
Eventually, I guess the shock wouldn't.
Falling in a shredder is really scary.
That's pretty scary. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Generally, anything that prolongs your death is most really painful.
Drowning too.
Yeah, especially in water.
Or dying in space of asphyxiation.
Drowning in water.
Drowning in salt water. There's a difference.
I mean, like, what else? I know, but water, generally, either the ocean or a pool.
I would rather drown in a pool than salt water.
Yeah, if you're in, like, with all those fish.
No, just because it's worse. You don't actually.
It could technically damage your body worse than fresh water.
You don't actually die from the drowning. You die from the blood going into your lungs.
Yeah.
Okay, next. That was the last next is from Jesse. Okay, number 1. We already know some of the powers that the members of Tartaros possess. What kind of magic do you want the other members of Tartaros to have? Ugh.
I would love them to have really badass magic that really makes it.
Oh, that's not vague at all.
I wasn't done. I wasn't done, you bastard.
Okay, go ahead.
I want them to like fight the different guilds, and I want them to have powers that like really harm like the management abilities of the guild. Like, for example, if they were to fight Blue Pegasus, well, who do they have that's offensive except for Ren? And like to an extent, what's his face? Eve, and Ichiya is like a physical attacker. So like what they should have is like the lowest possible defense, but that's like is able to like stop whatever they do, and whatever the Demon Gate dishes out, Blue Pegasus wouldn't have a chance because from what I can guess, they're not that particularly defensive. Like Hibiki is like an information gatherer. Jenny got her ass kicked by Mira Jane, and Bob is whatever. So what they should have is I don't know about a particular type of magic. It'll be new types of magic that we haven't really seen before, but it should definitely be something that's like counterproductive for whatever the good guys are trying to do. I would try to like think of magic or like abilities that are in other series like Naruto or Bleach, but I don't really want to just because I think that would be like really copy-ish.
It would be really lame if all of them had like Devil Slayer magic and they all had different elements. That would be really lame.
That would be really ironic too. Like all demons have Devil Slayer magic.
Yeah, well, generally it is ironic already that the children of dragons have Dragon Slayer magic. That's weird. It's funny how it's called Devil Slayer magic.
We found out the reason for having Dragon Slayer magic.
It's funny that they have Dragon Slayer magic, but we have not once in the series seen Natsu or any of them slay a dragon.
Well, I mean, that's like...
Oh, yeah, they explain that.
We're not really sure how's that going.
Still, but that's weird. It's like, when I first read Fairy Tail, I was like, oh, he has Dragon Slayer magic? Alright, I'm gonna go see a dragon get slain, but apparently not.
We will one day, I think.
One day. Alright, next. 2. What do you think Gildarts is doing, and do you think he will show up this arc? Yes, he will definitely show up this arc.
He has to show up.
He's
strong, so they need him, obviously.
What he's doing now? He's probably just chilling somewhere. He's probably just
walking around, traveling. We saw that little one chapter, the silent chapter, where he like accidentally destroyed the entire village. He's probably just walking around destroying shit because he's so stupid.
That's all he can do.
He could be in another big mission.
Like what?
He didn't accept the mission, though. He said he was going off traveling.
He could have done it off screen. Who knows?
Oh. It wouldn't be official, but whatever.
They do a lot of things off screen. He could have popped in and popped out.
Oh, Umne.
During the Sun Village.
Shut up. Anyways, what's the next question?
That's it, actually. That was the last one.
Awesome. Didn't we get some questions via Skype?
Oh, we did! Toshi's! Great!
Awesome.
God damn it. I forgot she existed. Okay. Number 1. Who is your favorite 9th gate? I'm gonna go with that forearm dude. Even though his bottom half of his body disappointed me, I'm going with the forearm dude.
The bottom half disappointed. Hungry.
Shut up. Oh, that... I got it.
I'm gonna go with the demon chick, Sarah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Big jug chick?
Exactly. Not really surprised, though, right?
Umne?
I want to see their magic, and then I can judge.
Like right now? As of now?
Right now, I like Sierra.
Great.
Okay, that's surprising.
Number 2. I fangirl over lots of men, we know. If you could bang any man in any manga, who would it be and why? Any man?
Is this a challenge for me?
I obviously
would Doflamingo.
If I had a choice, I wouldn't do it.
Doflamingo. Oh, yeah. Nobody else?
Not much of a challenge for me to answer.
She said it was a choice. If it's a choice, I'm not going to make the choice.
Oh, if you could bang... Oh, that's true, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, number 3.
Well, just answer the question.
Are you Team Remkabin or Team Remhart? Team Remhart, easily. They are just so cute together.
Yeah, sure.
Are you kidding me? They're just adorable.
Okay.
They were made for each other. And the last one. Do you think Laxus will win against Tempesta? No, he will not.
Most probably, I don't think he will. If he wins, it's just, we've already said, it's just going to be a load of crap.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, he won't win.
Yep. He will not win. Sweet.
Yep.
And that is the last question of the week.
Awesome.
Great podcast.
All right, people.
Remember to send in your questions via email, and remember to have a super sexy day.
Next week, we're going to have a guest here, people. So get excited for that and send your questions.
Oh, yeah. Guest. We won't tell you who as usual, but have fun guessing. That's the podcast, everyone.
You guys have a good day.
Good day. Bye-bye. Go fuck yourself, Umne.